So Randy Schnickel has a question. There's a new veteran-made film called Range 15, which was created by the owners of two veteran-owned clothing companies, Ranger Up and Article 15. And this movie is going to star primarily some of the veterans of both stores, Nick Palmisano and Matt Best, M-Best 11X, I guess. He was a former Ranger, by the way. But also Keith David, William Shatner, Barry Bostwick, Martin Kleba, Richard Reichley, Jim O'Hearn, and a bunch of names, sorry. It's going to be released in May 2016, and it's a horror comedy about these guys mowing down zombies. Sounds a bit familiar. Will you ask your military friends about it and maybe see when it comes out? I'd be happy to promote it. I just want to say two things about this issue before I go on. Because I really don't have too much to say about it because I haven't seen it, but I do have two comments to make. And one of them is about Ranger Up. I've got 4 or 5 T-shirts from Ranger Up, and I was very careful to make sure that the T-shirts I selected were not suggesting that I was a member of the military, because a lot of them are designed specifically for the military and for military veterans. But there's a number of them that I've got, including the shirt I wore during Speakeasy, which is it's a print. It's yellow on black of the classical. I think it's a Renaissance painting of Archangel Michael slaying Satan, and the graphic is I shall fear no evil in Latin. And I just wanted to say, for those of you who haven't been there, just go to RangerUp, RANGERUP.com, I'm pretty sure it is. And I have to tell you, the graphic designer for Ranger Up is just the best I've ever seen. Their T-shirts are fantastic. Funny coincidence, because I was talking with our operations manager, Carla, and we're going to do a new line of clothes and T-shirts, but they're going to be much, much more striking. And I'm just basically going to point to the Ranger Up thing and say, hey, can we do something like this? This audience, those of you out there, if you go to rangerup.com, I'm telling you, you'll see a lot of things you really like. There's sheepdog stuff there, and classical stuff, and pro-American stuff, and it's absolutely fantastic. I think it's Non-Timibo Mala, Secret Squirrel. Thank you very much. I think that's what it is. I will fear no evil. And they're beautiful. They're just absolutely beautiful. I cannot recommend them highly enough. So that's the first thing I wanted to say about this question. And the second thing I wanted to say is I saw the previous veteran movie. It wasn't Call of Duty. What was it? It was the one with the SEALs. The great thing about the show is that I get the answer from the audience, and the bad thing about the show is it takes about 15 to 20, 30 seconds to get all the way out there and back again. Came out a couple years ago about the SEAL team, and it was starring actual SEAL team members, and any second now it'll appear. 15 people will come up with the answer up there. And anyway, I saw that movie, and while I certainly loved the movie, and I certainly loved the action, and one or two of the actors in there were really terrific, I thought that movie suffered quite a bit. Because of the fact that the actors were Act of Valor. Thank you very much. Arc Turin wins, and I guarantee there'll be 15 other people get it exactly right. I thought the story was really good, and I thought the cinematography, all of the action sequences were fantastic. It was performed by actual SEALs. As a matter of fact, I think they got into trouble a little bit in terms of some of the things they revealed. And then there's this stuff of looking down on the submerged submarine. Spectacular. And the movie's really great, and it's really fun. It's got the ring of truth to it, but maybe I have an over-refined sense of this just because I've been in this business and a director and stuff for so long. But I felt that the movie suffered, especially in terms of the lead actor. I just thought it was... I just didn't think it was as acted as well as it deserved. And that would be my concern about this movie. I think the reason that I'm able to do what I do to the degree I can do it, and I've had this conversation many times and sometimes with other people, is that by some fluke of fate, I was able to live in both these worlds. I wanted to be a fighter pilot. I'm around pilots. Engineers. I'm friends with Burt Rutan and things like that. It's kind of my life, right? I'm good friends with Burt Rutan, and I'm good friends with John Voight. That's an odd combination. So I get to live in both those worlds, and it's unusual to find somebody who's been lucky enough to do that. And so when I watch something like Act of Valor, the leg warmer half of my brain, says, I'm not quite believing this, not quite. And that's a shame, because the supersonic fighter pilot part of my brain says awesome. So we'll see. Now, they may just be better actors than the guys who were in Act of Valor, but as I say, I thought that movie suffered for that a little bit.